Deltaforce versus Obmcbob, a tale as old as time between you guys. Obmcbob playing his coveted Toon Deltaforce. Well, again, we know him as the best Link in North America.
It's going to be a very interesting matchup. Obviously excited for the situation, but these boomerangs from both of these players are going to be extremely interesting to watch. Mm-hmm. It's going to be back and forth, laying haymakers. It's going to be absolutely fun to watch.
Yeah, Nair is going to be such an important tool for both these guys because they off of it. I think Deltaforce's Nair is going to be a little bit better because wrong ults. That's funny. No way that they SD for the. You know what? I get it. I would have run it, but you know, there's something when you play with the right ult. You know, so it's like interesting stuff. Interesting stuff to see. I wonder who got the wrong. Oh, it was Delta. Plays the black one. Dark Link for that matter. But yeah, no, I think Nair is going to be really important for his setups as well with remote bomb are going to be super important. And if I was going to call him his name. If Obmcbob can get his confirms with bomb and boomerang into like forward air or back air, I think Obmcbob definitely has a chance to beat Deltaforce. Who knows as we go into PS2?
What I'm talking about. The boomerangs and the bombs playing such a big role in this matchup. And just both these guys utilizing that. But I liked the Zera there. That was extremely effective. I think if you want to win this set, Obmcbob got to utilize that a lot. But meanwhile, as you said, the Nair being an important part of Deltaforce's kit as well, coming out and really making Obmcbob kind of really find a way to get some percent. But right now, he's having a difficult time.
Yeah, Nair's just such a lovely Zera, by the way. We're going to see that a lot more. Goes for the forward air, tries to read air dodge, but doesn't get it. I personally would have gone for the up B. But, yeah, no, Deltaforce has been using Nair super well to be able to stop Arrow, to be able to stop Boomerang as well, and use that to approach Obmcbob, right? So when you go for Boomerang, while it's a pretty safe tool, you have a lot of end lag, and that's enough time for that Nair to go through and be able to chip away at Obmcbob's percentage. But speaking of chipping away, those bombs, trying to lead it into a forward air, not finding these last hits, overextending a little bit with that combo, but they'll punish it. That lingering Nair, both these guys trying to utilize all of their projectiles to their advantage, and Delta getting that forward air off of that returning Boomerang.
Yeah, and that was just a great first stock from Deltaforce. But meanwhile, Obmcbob he's going to stay alive. I think he wanted to throw the bomb in a different way, but now Obmcbob is paying the price, taking 48%, and Deltaforce, just with all this pressure right now, really having a difficult time for Obmcbob to try to find any sort of opening that they need. But right now, 80% on the board. It's not looking too good now from Obmcbob.
Yeah, the auto shield option being up B is absolutely insane because it can just kill. It's not a multi-hit like it would be for Toon Link or Young Link. So just having that along with neutral air as to be like, hey, get off of me, that can kill is insane and so useful for a Link.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, meanwhile, Obmcbob trying to fight back here, trying to throw some of their haymakers, but meanwhile, just Deltaforce, the up air coming in, and that will take their second stock, and now Deltaforce has a big lead.
Yeah, no, Obmcbob getting hit with that returning Boomerang once again. We're so consistent with hitting those combos. Deltaforce now putting Obmcbob in a bad position, but gets finally against Deltaforce. But is that stock a little bit too late to be taken? Who knows? Again, a very big mountain to climb against Deltaforce.
Yeah, this is extremely a big mountain to climb. Coming in with the up B, I like that from Deltaforce. This Nair coming in and trying to read the option there, but meanwhile, Deltaforce is able, Obmcbob is able to at least get some safe position back with these coming in combos, and right now just trying to find their opening that they necessarily need now is Bob, and, you know, just it's not working out for him as well as they want to.
And chasing down with that dash attack as well. That's the good thing with Toon Link, is that he has the speed to be able to catch up with your opponent, especially when you're putting them into a tech chase situation. Gets that forward air off that bomb, and Obmcbob giving Elise a life. Unfortunately, that Elise has been ripped up with that up B out of shield. And Obmcbob, very, very close to making that comeback, but Deltaforce says, nah, I'm putting a stop onto that.
And I mean, you know, it was a lot of pressure from Deltaforce. They really brought their A game in that situation. It was just too much for Obmcbob because they used the up B in such a way that it was easily punishable, and it was just too much because I think Deltaforce was ready for it. He was clearly ready for it. Put out that shield, and Deltaforce took advantage. But meanwhile, we are going into game 2, same stage, PS2, very quick return. But right now, it's really, really interesting to see how these guys can really, at least Obmcbob really adjust.
And it's going to be hard for him to adjust, right? Because, again, Deltaforce, such a defensively sound player, such a composed player for that matter. I mean, again, the best link in North America now, able to get that off. I was low-key expecting a reverse up B. Deltaforce so consistent with getting those gimps off, right, with that up B. Huge damage, gets the up tilt. These combos as well coming out from Obmcbob, super consistent, not getting the bomb hit he wanted, but does send Deltaforce off stage once again. Gets hit with that nair into the strong hit of that forward smash. I think Obmcbob got away a little. If it was both of those hits, I think he was gonna lose that stock. But there you go, the reverse up B that I was talking about coming out for Deltaforce to maybe just clip him on ledge and get this kill. Speaking of clipping, gets that nair into that forward air, something that Deltaforce is going to be so good at hitting. But the up air gonna catch that. Back to even percentage between both these guys.
Yeah, and it was a very, very entertaining first stock from both of these guys, especially Deltaforce getting that opening with that forward air, but meanwhile, this down throw combo coming in, reading the tech option, getting that up air, big damage coming in. Here comes the pressure from Deltaforce, trying to utilize that remote bomb in such a way. And it does able to utilize that nair coming in. Here comes the damage. Will Deltaforce go off stage? I don't know. He does.
What a nair.
Gets back as well.
The up B doesn't get it.
Does not get the up B, but you know, now Bob is trying to find a response here.
Yeah, offstage situation could have actually gone any other way, or you know, any way for both these guys. Getting a nice little confirm with that arrow into bomb into forward air, looking for the forward air again, doesn't get it, but the F tilt gonna catch Deltaforce on that. Oh, goes for the up B, but doesn't get the reverse hit. If he got the reverse hit, that was gonna be Deltaforce's stock, but holds on to this bomb, needs to let go. That would have detonated. Deltaforce trying to catch these jumps, gets that nair off. Low profiling with that side B Obmcbob, somehow still hanging on to the second stock. But Deltaforce playing so well. Again, trying to condition Obmcbob to jump, especially with forward air, especially with boomerang. But Deltaforce jumping and landing into that nair. Obmcbob finally getting the lead in this set. Gets a little bit of damage off as well on that last stock.
Yeah, this forward throw coming in and keeping Obmcbob off stage. Trying to get back, but utilizes that nair so well to get back on stage. The tether coming in so clutch for Bob right now. And getting 54%. This game has shifted. More combos coming in from Bob. Trying to find this stock right here. No jump as well. And, you know, right now, the momentum has clearly shifted here.
This is something Deltaforce can definitely come back from. Hasn't really put Obmcbob in a bad position just yet. Still living off of that bomb detonation. That bomb can maybe cost Obmcbob the stock there. No! Able to come back on the stage. Deltaforce not going to be able to get the setup with that bomb. Gonna find the kill there, but very close to surviving. Obmcbob with such a substantial lead. He needs to take the stock now. Doesn't want to give Deltaforce any sort of Z-drop nair combo with that bomb, especially because Deltaforce will eliminate the stock in a flash.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, right now, Bob just trying to find this last hit, that last true hit that they need. But the pressure is on. Here comes the big combo. Utilizing Toon Link's bomb, at least to get some percent on the board. 58 off stage. The remote bomb coming in. Oh, utilizing the...
Doesn't get the punish!
But does not get the punish, as you said. Meanwhile, use a great job of using that air dodge to get back on the ground.
Bear!
Again with the no punish coming in as well.
I hope that doesn't cost Obmcbob. Gets the F2. The boomerang kind of saving Deltaforce there. Finally gets that forward air, and it's going to game 3. We got a game 3 as our last set of this block, Jinja. What an amazing game. What an amazing comeback from Obmcbob, especially after that first.
You said it, Jellyfish, and I mean, just so much impressive stuff coming in. Just the way that both these players stayed composed, at least in that second game, was absolutely crazy. And just the way that boomerang saved him, I mean, it absolutely saved him. He would have been dead either way, but he did dodge it with forward air. And, you know, my goodness, this is just back and forth. PS2, once again, they want to stay on the same stage. They will. Just what a game 2.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of close calls right there. Obmcbob feels like he got away a little bit there with a lot of the mistakes that he made. Not being able to get a lot of his punishes. Deltaforce going to be like, all right, if you're panicking, I'm going to make eventually. Doesn't get too much damage on. I mean, both of them just going back and forth in this percentage. I love using that nair to potentially force Obmcbob to air dodge away. It's just a really good frame trap from Deltaforce there. Gets a lot of damage. Obmcbob getting a little bit more damage to the up tilt into the up air. Constantly finding these up airs to catch Deltaforce's landings. How do you come back? How do you regain stage control? Try back air. The Force trying to jump, trying to catch these jumps once again from Obmcbob. Gets these boomerangs off. The nair able to get that grab after. Again, the frame trap with nair, such an important tool and such an important asset in this neutral, and gets the gimp on Obmcbob. Deltaforce putting on a show for us.
If Deltaforce realizing what Obmcbob is doing wrong in certain situations and really taking advantage of that, supporting you, right now they can just go ahead and just say, hey, I don't want to approach you right now. I'm going to let you come to me, but in certain situations where I want to approach, as Deltaforce will do there, almost getting that boomerang. That could have been a big combo starter. But, you know, the jab coming in, big time damage.
Yeah, I love what Deltaforce loves to do with that bomb, that remote bomb, is throw it down on the ledge because it's an active hitbox at time. It's the same idea with gyro, where it's an active hitbox on that ledge. And if you roll, you're gonna get hit with down smash. If you don't roll, you're gonna get hit by it, and you're gonna be sent off stage once again. So that bomb is such a good tool, not only to find these kills off ledge, but to be a good ledge trapping option for Deltaforce as he continues to find a way to force Obmcbob in really precarious, in very not so beneficial positions. But the up B gonna get punished with the up smash, and that's not what Obmcbob is at all.
Absolutely not. And more damage coming in. 28. We could see necessarily a 3-stock here if Deltaforce plays their cards right. The nair coming in. Here comes the juggles. Big time jab. Now the grab coming in as well. It's just all Deltaforce at this point. The pressure may be too much for Bob.
Tries to get this edge guard, doesn't get much off of it. Up smashes the bomb, gets hit by it. The nair to send it a little bit more. Doesn't get the up air. If he doesn't find the stock right now, it might be over. Gets the lights. Not just yet. Obmcbob staying alive, but Deltaforce so close to finding the stock. Dash attack only gonna send Deltaforce off stage. We're only gonna deny the inevitable, it seems. Finally gets the Obmcbob. Finally gets the on the ledge. And the light at the end of the tunnel has not been diminished just yet.
Yeah, but this is going to be a all hill climb. Deltaforce can continue to play passive-aggressively in this situation. Oh, that remote bomb coming out. 123 on the board for Bob. And right now, just so much pressure and damage. Okay. Here comes the inevitable is coming potentially. And it's just so much pressure coming in. Will Obmcbob be able to come back here just a little bit? Or will it be too much?
And he's using the speed of Toon Link to potentially overwhelm Deltaforce, who's been sitting in shield. Doesn't go for the up B, but does re-grab. Bomb again, gets the Z-drop. Nair, how do you come back? Tether grab. You can't roll. Able to time the detonation perfectly. Obmcbob still in this at 54% on Deltaforce's second stock. Just needs to find one conversion. but the bomb down throw into the down air potentially land. Deltaforce struggling to find this kill, going for a lingering down to maybe cheese the stock, doesn't get the grab either. Obmcbob still somehow living against Deltaforce. Throw is going to finish that game, is going to finish that set, and Deltaforce moves on to top 8 in an insane set.
Absolutely. That was incredible. Back and forth chaotic action. I mean, that's the type of things you want to see in a set like that. Just back and forth, utilizing their bombs so effectively, both players, to be honest. And it was just too much for Bob to really deal with, especially, oh, that was a sick combo right there. But just utilizing Jab from Deltaforce, a underrated tool that really helped them take the set there.
Yeah, no, jab, nair. I mean, there's so many things that the Deltaforce did so well in that match. Even using the bomb to his advantage. Literally just finding ways to make these combos work. And that's the beauty of Lynx, is that they can kind of, like, their frame data is so good, and all their aerials can kind of just combo into each other, and that you can kind of just go for them. Like, they work in tandem with other items or other projectiles as well. And Deltaforce, well aware of that, was able to get kills, a lot of damage off of it. And Obmcbob was forced to play safe, wasn't able to play as aggressive as he wanted to. And near the end of the game, he was trying to move around, maybe try to juke him out. It just didn't work. Deltaforce understood that he was up 2 stocks. He didn't need to play risky at all. Obmcbob did get a very solid game 2 off of Deltaforce, though, so we can't forget that. But Obmcbob gonna be sent to losers, gonna play against Hunter, who is sent down by Kazi, who's also in top 8 winners, getting 2 upsets on Hunter and Lemon Theo. But yeah, no, I mean, insane set. What a way to end our block.
Absolutely. It was just absolutely fun to watch. That was crazy action throughout all 3 games. And I mean, this is really the type of stuff you can see every Monday at Fusion.
Yeah, and you know, that, like I said, that's going to be it for us. But before that, we are going to run some ads, so make sure to follow Collision Series. I mean, again, they've run such good tournaments. They run Fusion, they have Bayside Breakdown up in the Northeast, so make sure to follow their Twitch account to get notifications on these tournaments. Follow their X account on Collision Smash, where you can update it on tournaments by, you know, playing them. Plus, check out the YouTube, where we send all of our VODs at Collision Series as well.
Yeah, speaking of Fusion, every Monday, Fusion, the best place to really get better at this game. Every Monday, 6 p.m., doors open. And, you know, there's a side bracket, Rivals as well. Yep. Definitely good to, you know, go for your Rivals, go for your Smash Ultimate. It's just a great place to be.
Yeah, fun arcade as well. But if you guys want some more action over in the Midwest area, even still in the East, check out Ring Out, happening in Akron, Ohio. It's going to be a 2-day event in November. Doors open at 8:30. It's all best of 5, so if you guys really, you know, game practice, this is going to be the tournament for you. Already a lot of talents have been confirmed for this tournament. Even my boy Pharaoh has been invited. So $2,000 in pot bonuses. You guys don't.
And Collision 2025, the big one, August 22nd through the 24th at the Meadowlands Expo Center. You can register now on start.gg/collision, and I mean, it's going to be a great event. All the top players really come to this event. It's going to be fantastic. Highly recommend people that are interested in Smash go to this, or really Melee as well. Ultimate and Melee, come to this as well. It's a great event.
Always a great event every single year, and it's close to the American Dream Mall. If you guys want to break